I hate even promoting these Fox reality shows because they had Mike Darnell. And we got into it one time when we got thrown out of a taping of the old show Celebrity Boxing. Yeah, we were thrown out. Art doesn't know about this. We went to see Celebrity Boxing. And we got tossed because they were afraid we would go on the air and reveal the winners. I said I'd sign a release, you know, like confidentiality clause or something. And they said that, oh, that would be fine. They signed off on that at one point. And then the security people came and escorted us out of the studio. It was over at KTLA here in Los Angeles. They were doing Celebrity Boxing, this big studio there. And Mike Darnell is the executive in charge of reality programming for Fox. And then we went on the air and gave out the names of the winners of the Celebrity Boxing match since they threw us out. So somebody from Mike Darnell's office, they didn't realize, I guess, that we would have all the phone numbers of the people who called our 800 number. And somebody from his office called here, lied about who all the winners were, said they were all the opposite of who the winners actually were. But I think that was the last episode of Celebrity Boxing. I don't think they did it after that because the ratings were atrocious. So we had it out with Mike Darnell that time. But there he is with another show. This show, he has licensed the rights to this show from a TV network in Colombia. It's called Moment of Truth. And a number of you have sent me emails about last night's edition of Moment of Truth on Fox. And the way this show works is they ask a series of very personal questions of people. And the more personal the question, the more money you stand to win, and they hook you up to a lie detector. And if you tell the truth, you move on to the next level, and you win more and more money. It kind of looks in a way like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, one of those game shows. But this is what they do. They sit you down, they hook you up to a lie detector, and then they ask you these questions. So what we're going to play for you now happened on Moment of Truth on Fox last night. This is somebody named Lauren Clary. And she's talking about her husband, Frank Clary, who you'll also hear on this excerpt. Lauren Clary was hooked up to the lie detector, and she was asked some questions by the host of Moment of Truth, Mark Wahlberg. And here is what happened.
Here's another question that your ex-boyfriend, Frank, will ask in play. So, I've given Frank an alternate question. It replaces the one that Monica stopped. If you are truthful, it'll be worth $100,000, and I hope, Lauren, that is a gamble that's worth it for you. So, ex-boyfriend Frank, once again, question 15.
Do you believe I'm the man you should be married to?
Wow. I'm going to be honest and say yes.
That answer is true.
I'm not sure what to say. You've answered 15 questions truthfully. You've won $100,000. First of all, Frank, is there anything you want to say at this point?
No, there's really nothing else I can really hear, so might as well just go for it.
Have you guys talked about this ex-boyfriend at all?
Yeah, earlier on in our marriage, but I mean, I didn't know he was still an issue.
I mean, with an answer like that, I can only assume that you're not happy. Are you unhappy?
Sometimes.
Now, later in the program, she was asked, amazing as that is, she was asked if she's had sex with anyone else since marriage. Of course, then she moves up and makes even more money. And she said yes. And the lie detector said that was true, and she made even more money. Here is my question for you. Your wife has just not only embarrassed you on national television for money, but she has confessed, number one, that she should be married to her ex-boyfriend and not you, and that she's had sex with at least one other person since getting married. Isn't the course of action here simply to take half of everything she has, including whatever she won, $500,000, whatever she got, just take half of everything she has and get the hell out of there? I don't know where this guy is today, the husband. I'd love to talk to him. I'll bet he lives in SoCal. I'll bet they live in SoCal because the show is produced here. I'll bet somebody knows this guy.
He hugs her at the end of the show.
Oh, he hugs her at the end of the show. Yeah, well. By the way, I love it. The audience is like, yeah, that answer is true. Very good. Good answer. You got to be kidding me. What kind of a moron would stay with his wife after that? What kind of a pussy? What kind of the guy's a complete doormat. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is anybody out there capable of telling me why you would stay with somebody? How could you love somebody who just did that? How could you? Are there any circumstances under which you would stay with somebody like that? If this guy stays with his wife, is he the biggest pussy in the world?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Can you name 5 things women are good for?
Yes, cooking, cleaning, ironing, packing my things when I leave town, preparing my documents for when I leave the country.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Do you believe?
It's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Ken on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Father. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Okay. Hey, I was watching the show last night, and to answer your question, first of all, would you stay with someone like that money-grubbing whore? The answer is absolutely not. Counseling doesn't work and all that other stuff. There's no way to save that marriage. As a matter of fact, her husband should have had a big P on his forehead. But, you know, earlier on the show, they asked her if she wanted to go on because the questions were going to get personal. And she said it wasn't about the money. It was about getting things off her chest. But actually, we know it was about the money. And the question...
I want to tell you something else, though, about this. You know, Fox has a very checkered past with reality programming.
Right.
Now, I thought game shows were supposed to be regulated by the federal government, but this woman, like others who've been on Fox reality shows, like that one called Who's Your Daddy a couple of years ago, this woman is an actress/model/whatever.
Right.
With an online resume. We've looked her up on MySpace. We've looked her up other places.
Okay.
And it looks to be another perennially unemployed Hollywood or New York actor.
Right.
Who appeared on this show. God only knows if she's really married. God only knows if any of this stuff was true or if it's even a real lie detector. Who even knows?
Well, that's true, but here's the irony of the whole thing. You know, she went on to answer more questions. In the way the show works, if you lie, you don't get any money whatsoever.
Right.
And she lied and lost everything.
But didn't she, the lie, the supposed lie, wasn't she asked a question that was essentially an opinion?
Yes, about herself, you know. She thought she was a good person, something like that, even though she stole before, I believe it was. But the thing is, though, if you're going to have a show like that, you might as well, I think it'd be more exciting, too, for her to go ahead. You know, it depends on what Fox wants to do, but generally speaking, it'd be, you know, more fun, I think, for the audience to see her go on and make more and more money. But maybe that's the outcome that they wanted, to see her say all those things and then lose everything, and maybe they paid her some fee for her acting. I don't know. It's difficult for the viewing audience to know what the intent of the producers of the show are.
Yeah. Well, assuming everything was true, if that man is married to that woman and what they all said was true, why would he want to stay with her?
Well, I don't think he would want to stay with her, but the guy, like I said, he should have had a big P on his forehead, because she definitely had his balls in a jar somewhere. But the question that they didn't answer, her sister, I believe it was her sister, stopped the question, and that question was from her ex-boyfriend also, and the question was, if I wanted to get back together with you, would you leave your husband? And the sister stopped that question from being answered.
Oh, boy.
So, but I'll tell you what, actress or whatever, she exemplifies a lot of the women who are out there that are only in it for the money.
Well, I agree with that.
Tom, can you take me out old school?
Of course I can. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Barbara on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi. How you doing, Tom? Happy Tuesday.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
Great.
You know, I had to call in. I've never actually gotten through, but it was important to me to get through tonight because I honestly never even heard of that show and was just flipping channels last night. And it was like watching a train wreck. It was amazing how unbelievable the whole situation seemed to me. And frankly, if the guy did keep the girl, and I'm a girl, so, you know, a lot of times girls don't say crap about girls, but that girl was crap, and he's even more crap if he stays with her. What an idiot. And she lost. That was the best part. You know, like the last guy was saying, maybe they set it up that way, but I'll tell you what, it was poetic justice to watch her lose. And then she cried at the end, and then the idiot hugged her.
The husband hugged her?
He hugged her at the end. He hugged her and her whole family, like,
what a fool.
around her. Oh, poor baby. You know, if that were my sister, I'd have probably popped her in the nose.
What a fool.
And I'd have popped her boyfriend standing on stage, too. God, it was honestly, it was like watching a train wreck. I don't watch reality shows because they are pretty annoying. But that one, honestly, I just watched that last about 10 minutes of it, and I couldn't stop watching.
Are you aware that this show, I don't know if it's still off the air, but it was taken off the air in Colombia because a woman said that she had killed somebody?
Oh, my God. Well, yeah, you know, I guess if they're supposed to be answering correctly and answering honestly to money, what people will do for money. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's completely amazing. Hey, it was really cool getting through to you, though. I've never gotten to talk to you, just gotten to listen to you. I listen to you every night on the way home from work.
I love that.
I don't always agree with what you say, but that's what makes you so cool to listen to. I don't agree, but you don't care that I don't agree.
That's right. I'm happy you don't agree because you're a chick and it's a guy's show.
Yeah, well, you know, but I got to tell you, I'm a chick, but I've seen everything that you talk about. I don't see it in every woman, but I see it in a lot of them, and especially the generation right behind mine because I'm 46 years old. Man, these little girls are coming up so strange. I'm so glad that I have boys. It's easier to teach boys.
Thank you, Barbara.
All right.
Appreciate the call. Here's David on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
Doing okay.
This is first time, long time.
Thank you.
How you doing?
You already asked me that.
Oh, I didn't.
And I answered it.
Well, I was telling you.
I said I was fine.
Oh, great to hear that.
And then you asked me how I am. I'm fine.
I was talking to your screener regarding
Still
the
fine.
show from yesterday.
I'm sorry?
I was telling him that there's
oh, you were telling my... What were you telling my... You were telling my screener something?
Yeah.
Also, he knows what you were going to tell me?
Repeat that again?
Does my screener know what you were going to tell me?
Well, actually, let me tell you then.
No, you already told it to him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll ask him. Thanks. Dean, could you step in here, please? What was David going to say on the air, Dean?
Yeah, he said this was something that was similar to a Spanish television show that exists, and he felt that
Which I already said. It was on in Colombia, yes.
Yeah, and he felt that the entire premise and everything was fake, so he didn't really buy into the whole thing, and it's already been done in Spanish language.
All right, so you two have already talked about it.
Yes. Do you feel satisfied with that answer?
Well, I mean, I have to go with what you say. He said that you and he had quite the conversation. You'd chit-chatted quite a bit, and appears that he felt that you would know everything I needed to know about what he had to say.
I guess so. The wheels came off for him, I suppose.
Well, again, I repeat to the audience, this is not professional phone calling to a radio program. When you call in, you talk to the screener. When you get on the air, you are supposed to pretend that we've never met, that I don't know what you're calling about, that you never spoke to the screener. Getting on the air and talking about your conversation with the screener is unprofessional. It shows that you do not know how to be a talk show caller and you don't know how to listen to a talk show. TV talk shows, they pre-interview the guests on TV talk shows all the time. George Clooney does not come on TV and go, well, Jay, I was back there in the green room and your producer was asking me this question and I already answered it. George Clooney pretends he never heard the question before and he answers the question, which is written on a little blue card Jay Leno has that has the question and the answer on the card. There are no surprises. But Jay is acting by asking George Clooney about his car collection, like he doesn't know if George owns any cars. And George is acting by pretending he didn't tell the producer before the show what kind of cars he owns. So when somebody calls in here and says, oh, yeah, well, I was already talking to your screener, nobody cares if you were talking to the screener. I was not privy to that conversation. So if you talk to the screener, I'm going to take that as a signal from you that I should consult with the screener to find out what you two discussed.
Thanks, Dave.
All right. Thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
Dean J. D'Amelio, our screener. He and David had a lengthy little chit-chat out there, and then he liked it so much, David got on the air and started talking about their conversation.
I wonder how many times he asked Dean how he was doing. How you doing? How you doing?
Well, he was so overwhelmed with this conversation with Dean that he completely forgot to talk to me. So we saved him the trouble. Wait, that telephone call.
Is that him?
No, that's my designer for my house. He doesn't. He's been working for me for 6 years. He doesn't know what time I'm on. Okay. 1-800-5800-TOM. Now, folks, when you call in, don't tell me about your conversation with the screener. I'm on the warpath against this. You know, I've been doing talk radio so long. Every cliche in talk radio, I'm going after it. With both fists. Bloody fists.
Love your show. Listen all the time. You're so well informed. I don't know how you do it.
I've been listening to this for so long, I can't take it anymore.
I was talking to your screener. What's his name, Dino? He's such a nice young man. I was talking to him. Before I talked to you, we were talking, and I was telling him that he reminds me of my son. You know, my son, bless his heart, he passed away about 20 years ago. My son was just like Dino. He was an industrious young man. He worked very hard. All the girls loved him. And I was talking to the girls in the card room at my condominium the other day, and I was telling them that Dino is just wonderful. Your show is wonderful, and Dean is wonderful. Dean and Gary and Arthur, your board operator, he's wonderful. Arthur, is he Jewish? Arthur. I thought maybe he's a Jew, because his name is Arthur. You don't meet a lot of young men named Arthur unless they're Jewish. And I just wanted to say I love your show, and I listen all the time. And I was talking to you, before I talked to your screener, I was talking to somebody else who was that who picked up the phone? I don't know who it was. It was like an engineer or somebody picked up the phone, and I was talking to him, too. And I don't know what it's doing where you are, but it's hailing out here in Tarzana. Size of golf balls.
I am on the warpath against talk radio. All the cliches of talk radio. Can't take it. Jesus. There's a reason AM radio is dead. AM radio is dead. I don't care if you listen. I don't care if you're one of the 5 people listening to the sports radio station. AM radio is, I know we're on AM stations. Come on. Because over the years, radio stations did not put their foot down and stop Grandma from getting on the air.
I want to buy some yeast cakes, and I was wondering if anybody listening would know where I could get some.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number.
What's your topic tonight,
Oh,
anyway?
let me get back to that. Wait a minute. Maybe we should fast forward here. Hang on. Augie on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
How are you? Hello?
Yes, I'm fine.
Hey, Tom. Long time, first time caller.
Are you backing up?
No, yeah, I'm at work.
You're backing up a sanitation truck? What are you doing over there?
Truck driver.
Okay.
Hey, I was calling you. I heard about.
This sounds like the street outside my house when they're having a film shoot.
No, I'm not by your house, man.
Okay.
No, I'm away from it. Hey, I was listening to your show. I saw that show last night with that girl, tell the truth show.
Right, Moment of Truth.
Yeah, I thought that guy would have walked off the show after I heard, her questions. That's just embarrassing. I'm married. I just got married. Was with my wife for 9 years, off and on, and if I ever heard my wife say something like that, that's just something I wouldn't even want to have in my face.
Why would anybody stay for that?
I wouldn't. I would have left. I would have said, no way. I just obviously shows you, she was just in there to get some money and get out, and I told my wife, you do that, I'd taken half of that cash.
But she didn't win anything. In the end, she won nothing.
Yeah, she lost. I saw that.
Of course, knowing that she's an actress and a model, she probably was getting a flat fee for being on the show, just a guess here.
Yeah. Yeah, but you as a guy to be sitting there, and if that's your real wife, your face is known everywhere.
I wonder if that's her real husband or if she really has a husband. I wonder.
Yeah, it's true.
Or if these were all out-of-work actors.
But, it makes me think, like, now you start thinking, like, well, hey, I wonder if my wife or girlfriend was thinking that at the time, What if an ex-boyfriend shows up one day?
Believe me, if you're getting married, I guarantee you she's thinking that.
Yeah.
Because the guy who was the best lay she ever had, he was a manifestly irresponsible individual. She picked you because she knows you'll come home with your paycheck at night.
Actually, no. My wife makes more than I do. So.
Then your wife is homely.
No, she's, it's, I think what brought us together was more the sex thing. So, and, I just respect
So your wife is a 10?
No, she's about a 7.
See, that's my point.
Yeah. I've dated 10s, but they're just too...
if your wife makes more money than you, she's got to be a 7 or less. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, so I dated 10s, 9s, and 10s, and, everybody wants to be there, be a part of that.
Yeah, but you don't make enough money to get a 9 or a 10, so instead you married a well-off 7.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I've times driven. Sometimes it ain't about how much with some women. It's not about what you have or what you own. Is how you present yourself and what you can do.
And how does she present herself?
Well, myself. Prior to marrying her.
Oh.
I've had some 9s or 10s. Because I found my way to get him in the sack and
yeah, but you needed money.
To keep him, yeah, but I didn't want to keep him.
No, you needed to be with someone who made more money.
Not necessarily. She didn't make any money when I met her.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of a bonus.
She was a student. And I stuck with her while she studied and helped her out.
Oh, boy. So now if you divorced her, you'd probably get half of everything she has built up.
Yeah, if that happened. Yeah. Yeah, but she's a good girl to me.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Augie. Thank you for the call.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Guys look at sex the way we look at pizza. There's pizza for square pizza, round pizza. There's pizza from the old-fashioned mom-and-pop store. There's pizza from Pizza Hut. The way guys look at pizza is there's no bad pizza.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
What time is this show on? Love your program.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. We're talking about the woman on the Fox game show Moment of Truth last night who, she supposedly told the truth about her ex-boyfriend, that she thinks she should be married to her ex-boyfriend. The ex-boyfriend asked the question. She was hooked up to a lie detector. And there was her husband there, too. And it's like, why would you stay married to somebody like that? 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Jessica on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
Hi. All right. So this is my thing. Where did she get off bringing her husband on the show, even if she's only with him for money, to just disrespect him in front of thousands of people? That's just spiteful and wrong.
Well, just another bitch. What can I say?
I think you're right. So I just had to call and say that because it just enrages me, and I would never, ever do that to my husband in a million years. Even if you loved your ex-boyfriend more than him? Of course, no matter what, I would never disrespect anybody.
Let me ask you a question. If you loved your ex-boyfriend more than your husband, would you still have married your husband?
I would have never even thought about marriage. It's stupid. There's no point of even thinking about marriage if you have your mind on something else. It's a waste of time.
I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either. So people just need to wait to get married until they know it's right. And if she was in it for money, there's no point in humiliating him in front of thousands of people.
Yeah.
Especially if she's taking his money.
Darling,
so I just had to call and say that. And
darling, I have a question for you. I was wondering if you felt the earthquake this afternoon. It was kind of a rolling motion. The jelly jars were rattling. Did you feel it? I felt it. Did you feel it?
No.
I live in Hidden Hills, darling, and I felt the earthquake. Maybe somebody else who felt it can call in.
Thank you, Jessica. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Steve on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello. I felt the earthquake, Tom. No, I'm just kidding. Tom, it's Steve Maiden. I'm so happy to speak with you. Tom Leykis.
Yes.
Hey, it just blows my mind. That TV show blows my mind because the first thing that popped into my head was, wow, this is actually a time where somebody in the world somewhere might really have to tell the truth. And, like, I'm imagining, like, courts, you know, you swear on a holy Bible, you swear, you know, that you're telling the truth, but a lot of people lie in courts all the time, right?
Yeah, but I'm immediately suspicious when I find out that the woman has an acting and modeling resume.
Yeah.
That this whole show was a big fake.
Yeah. Yeah, they have to plan it. I would assume anyway that they would have to plan it to get the ratings up there. But, damn, I'm just imagining if it was the truth and you're just sitting there with your sweat breaking on your brow, like wondering what they're going to ask. You know, like one time in your life, you really have to tell the truth if you want the money.
Right.
You know, this society is so used to just basically knowing they're being lied to on a regular basis, like the for real thing and all that stuff. You know, but if they really have to tell the truth, that would just be unnerving. And it's just blows my mind.
I think if you really want to hook people up to a lie detector, let's take the remaining presidential candidates.
Nice. That would be a fun mess to get into.
John McCain, this is your former lobbyist now, and she's going to ask you a question.
Oh man. Well, that's all I really have for you, Tom. It blew my mind just actually just imagining people telling the truth for once, because I'm so programmed in my daily functions that most people aren't going to tell the truth. That I couldn't believe it. No.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Thanks
the
for
call.
having me on.
Of course.
Hey, can you blow me the heck up?
Of course I can. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Andre on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Yo, Tom, what up, man?
Not much, Andre.
Hey, man, I just wanted to talk about this, man. I decided to watch it last night for the second time, and I saw this guy, and he was just a big pussy, Tom. He was just a big one, man. I couldn't believe it.
Well, I told you TV is nothing but a big vagina, and if you ever needed evidence of that, look at this show.
I know, right? Hey, man, this guy, you know, he knew that this girl was in love with her ex-boyfriend. He said it on the show, and he still went ahead and married her. He said that he knew that they had problems about this. I don't get it, Tom, you know? This guy, I just don't understand these guys.
I will not be anybody's sloppy seconds, ever.
Yeah, ever. It's pitiful, man. They just don't know anything about game, man. I mean, it's in the handbook. You don't marry anybody's sloppy seconds, ever, man.
Right.
Ever. You know?
Let her have the ex-boyfriend who probably was not as reliable or dependable or didn't make as much money, or you know the deal.
Exactly. He just had some good stuff, and she loved it.
Right.
He didn't have anything else.
He had a 14-inch personality.
Damn right. That's all I wanted to say, Tom. Can you take me out Kobe style, baby?
I certainly will, Andre. Here you go.
This is about us. She's so special to me. Your beats in my heart. You're the air I breathe. She's so special to me.
It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Now, our next caller says he knows something. I don't know if he knows it or not. And people can call this show and say anything. They're anonymous. And he claims to know something. I'd like to hear what he has to say, but you have to listen with an open mind and with a grain of salt. It's possible he's lying. He's anonymous, and we have no way of knowing. But what he wants to tell us is tantalizing, so I'm going to put it on the air with the proviso that you should take it with a grain of salt. Henry on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Yeah, hey, Tom. How's it going?
Okay.
Hey, it's not like I have any inside information, but I just remember seeing a commercial months ago, and it was her boyfriend. I'm about 90% sure he did it was a Got Milk commercial.
Really?
They lock him in a rubber room, and they give him a box of cereal, and they don't give him any milk. And it was driving me crazy for about an hour, and I finally figured it out. That's who the guy was.
I wonder what that guy's name is.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure in my own mind that's who it was. So he's also an actor.
Yeah, see, I think they're all actors. I think this is totally phony. And here's what I have to say about that. The federal government, ever since the quiz show scandals of the 50s,
right,
is supposed to be monitoring game shows to make sure they're on the up and up. And when you're sitting somebody there with all these dollar amounts on the screen and everything, as far as I'm concerned, this is a game show. Now, we've proven beyond the shadow of a doubt on this show that reality shows are totally phony, and the FCC doesn't care about that. But this is a game show. It's a game show.
Yeah.
And where are the feds? Is anybody investigating this? Is anybody monitoring this? I doubt it.
Yeah. I thought that show was a phony from the get-go.
Interesting. All right, Henry.
All right. Hey, take me out with a bong toast.
There you go, Henry. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. This is Todd on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
What's up, Dad?
Not much, son.
I am so pissed off now.
Why?
Because I never heard the scandal about these being actors. But I'll tell you, if they're real, that dude is a big, huge, gaping vagina. and let me tell you, after the show, I'm sitting there in the show barn telling my wife sitting next to me, and I'm like, this chick is such a skivosa. You know, this is such a winch. But after the credits rolled, he goes up to her, and what does he do? He hugs her. I'm telling you, the guy needs some Leykis 101, baby.
Yeah. Or he needs a SAG card, one or the other.
I just could not believe it. And then I have to sit there and kick my own ass for saying, why am I watching this? This is what TV has come to these days, and I'm sitting here stuck to my TV. I need to be in bed.
I don't blame you.
You know, it's just, and by the way, first-time caller, long-time listener. And, you guys are just, you have turned my life around. I don't even wear underwear anymore, and I'm proud of it.
I love that. Very nice. No more underwear. He's free-balling now, baby, because he's a Leykis listener. That's right. Let's cap off the hour now. This could be the best call we've gotten. This is Amy. Amy is driving around the San Fernando Valley right now. She's near the intersection of Tampa and Reseda. Hey, watch your mouth. We're on the air, darling.
I'm sorry. It's going awesome.
Really?
Totally awesome.
How so?
Oh, my gosh. I'm on the way to see my beautiful boyfriend. Beautiful. He's so beautiful. I would never marry sloppy seconds. He is great. He's the love of my life.
Is he really?
Beautiful. Oh, my God, yes.
And is vodka the love of your life also, I hear?
Oh, yes, it is.
What are we drinking today?
Blitzed.
You're blitzed.
I am blitzed.
Really?
I am.
What have we had to drink today, darling?
I've had about 4 vodka and grapefruit juices.
Really?
Yes, I am. I'm on the way to see my boyfriend, yes.
So you down 4 Greyhounds, and now you got to roll over to see your boyfriend in the valley.
Yes, I am. I'm almost here.
That's... And you made it all the way? You staying in the lane and stuff?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. I just called about the topic of your show about marrying sloppy seconds. I would never. My boyfriend is the hottest guy ever.
Really?
Ever. That I've ever seen in my life. He's got...
So there are women like guys. You down 4 Greyhounds. Wait a minute. There are women like guys. You down 4 Greyhounds, and then you get in your car, and you have one hand on the steering wheel and the other trying to dial the radio station.
Yes, I did, because I had to call about this topic. I had to. You have no idea. This is very close to home.
Something you should be.
It is.
Thank you for the call. Good luck on that. Our email address is my name. It's Tom@blowmeuptom.com. No actors here.
The Tom Leykis Show.